everybody. I'm Hayden Lewis.
And I'm Andrew Brown, and welcome to this week's basketball pregame show.
This week, the Pirates are going to duke it out with the Waverly Tigers at home.
But before we get into that, we have a special interview with the newest head coach of the boys team, Mr. Alex Prater.
All right. Obviously, you're a new coach here at Wheelersburg High School. Now, what is your expectations for this year?
Well, I think our expectations never change, regardless if it's year to year or who the coach is at Wheelersburg or what group of seniors are coming through. We expect to show up and compete every day. We're trying to be the best versions of ourselves every day. We believe that if we take care of those day-to-day tasks, that in the end, victories, the championships, those type of things will take care of themselves.
So, how do you feel about the games that's going on this week?
Yeah, so we, this week we're practicing. Next week we open up at Waverly, and then we'll have a game at home against South Webster, and then turn around the next night and play in a classic down at Shawnee against Colgrove. So, three big-time opponents. We're going on the road at Waverly, conference rival. We're excited for those opportunities. The kids have been working extremely hard. Really putting in the time, great effort and preparing, and we've been focused on us up to this point. And as we get a little closer to next week, we'll start working more on our opponents. But just really excited for our kids and the opportunity to go compete and see some of the hard work pay off for them.
How could the team improve from last year?
Well, I think last year, we had a kind of a tale of two seasons. Early in the year, we struggled to battle with some injuries and different things, and then really came together in the second half of the year. And I think that carrying that momentum, into the tournament, ended up winning a district championship, and a lot of the good things that we did there, we'd like to duplicate again, being good on the defensive end. And we played a district game, which we held a conference rival in Memphis to 29 points, and I think that says a lot about those kids and their resiliency. So defensively, we're looking to continue that, and then offensively, trying to be a little more solid than we've been in the past, and maybe a little more efficient than what we've been.
How do you feel about the boys basketball team this year?
We're really excited. A lot of versatility. We've got some upperclassmen. We have 5 seniors. We've got 3 juniors, and then a couple sophomores on the varsity roster, and then we've got some talented young guys. We've got some freshmen who are competing, and the beautiful thing about our team is that we've got all that depth, which makes our practices extremely competitive. We say that every day is an open competition, so guys come in and compete and get after it every day. We believe that'll make us ready to go in game and be successful there.
What star players are we looking at this year?
Well, I think you talk about star players. I mean, I think naturally you got to look at the guys that are returning. Jackson, Schwanberger, Nolan Wright played a lot of basketball for us over the last couple of years, and both those guys continue to work hard, continue to develop their games. Caden Johnson is another guy that'll be back. In our lineup, was suffering an ACL injury a couple years ago, and then was kind of working his way back last year. Expect him to be a big part of what we're doing. And then Caleb Arthur had the ACL last year, so he's coming back and working his way back in. And then Xavier Stanley played a big role in last year's team, so he'll be a big part of what we're doing, and excited for all those guys to contribute. Connor Eastep and Luke Swords both played big minutes last year. So to have them back, we've got quite a group of experienced guys, and then some older guys who have faced some injuries, some adversity. Now they're looking to come back and make an impact.
Well, all right. That's all the questions we have for you today. Thank you for your time.
Great. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Nothing but confidence here from the new coach, and it sounds like we're going to have a great season ahead of us.
Yeah, especially with Caden Johnson and Caleb Arthur returning from their injuries.
Now, let's talk about these two teams. The Pirates had a record of 13-12 in last year's season with a 6-9 run in the conference.
On the other side of the court, Waverly went 22-5 in the last season with an impressive 15-1 run in the conference.
Of course, these were only last year's season stats, and this is a new season with new faces and new dynamics out in the court.
And don't forget, you can watch the JV and varsity home games live through Burg Sports Network. And that's all that we have for this week. I'm Andrew Brown.
And I'm Hayden Lewis. This has been your weekly basketball pregame show.